Cool cats and kittens, you are listening to episode 2 of the Camp on Fire show. We got 2 pubes. I'm Reverend Ness. To the left of me is Chef Sheffard.
Hello.
And then via satellite, we have the iconic Fid Chuli. What's up,
hey,
y'all?
Can you hear me? Can you guys hear me?
No.
No, we can't hear you.
No?
Nope.
Shit!
We're going to have to work on that.
I thought I had it set up. All right. Well,
Subject.
I'll figure it out. Just keep going.
Okay, yeah. So, yeah, we've had quite a few weeks. Last time our episode was expected, we reran the first episode. So
On slackradio.org.
on slackradio.org. And so we've had like a number of weeks of adventures that we are going to talk about. We had our little tour down South Carolina and Tennessee. Just last night, we played at the Sherman Theater in Stroudsburg with Nazi Calamari. Bruce Willis was fucking amazing.
Yeah, they killed it. Really nice. Everyone was great people. Fid, you did awesome. You sounded so good.
Yeah, no, honestly, that was like that drum solo. It was like, I know it was like 35 minutes, but like people were actually paying attention for most of that.
Well, I was really feeding off of Bruce.
Yeah, well, I mean,
that guy brings so much to the table that, like, to play with him is like you're really just riding on his shoulders.
Right. You got to
Basically.
get those vibraphone vibes.
yeah, you really could literally do anything and it would just sound like gold. He's
He's not that retarded yet. He can still play a mean vibraphone.
Yes, he can.
So good. Yeah, we had adventures. We got some audio from that tour that we got. We're going to give that to you a little later. We got some songs. We got some nonsense. So stick around. This is the Camp on Fire show.
On fire.
But my cat was doing crack cocaine. I'm gonna knock you out. Bob says knock you out. I'm gonna knock you out. Cause Bob says knock you out. And my cat's doing crack cocaine. My cat's doing crack cocaine. I left her in the kitchen and I thought she was missing. But my cat was doing crack cocaine.
Do you have a preference of toilet paper? Anyone? Like, I shit like in a day what a normal person would in a week. And I'm like realizing now that I have like toilet paper preferences.
I would say I want it to be soft, but I don't want it to be too soft. So much that it like falls apart and then I get dingleberries. You know, those little balls of toilet paper that just hang from your ass. I don't know. Apply like double ply, but it has to. It's the content of the paper that I have a preference for. I don't want it to be too thick and soft.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the soft ones, like they market it as good, but it's really not.
It's not. You want a tough toilet paper. I recommend paper bag, something sturdy.
Yeah, toilet paper companies should do the same thing that mattress companies did, where it's like they came up with your sleep number of how like soft or firm you prefer your mattress.
Yeah.
There needs to be a standardized number from 1 to 100 that rates the toilet paper that's right there on the packaging and that the FCC has to enforce. Because here's the thing. Sometimes I'm feeling like a 92 or a 96. And at that case, I just yank all the toilet paper off the roll and I unpeel the roll and I just use that and just scrape the shit off like a trowel, But then there's other days where I'm feeling like a 9. And in that day, like I want a half ply. I don't even want a whole ply. And I'll tell you why I feel that way about the ply. And that's because when you're working with a half ply or less, quarter ply, sometimes eighth ply, if I'm feeling really naughty, as I'm wiping my ass, my finger will inevitably penetrate the toilet paper and go directly up my asshole. But it's not gay. It's not gay.
No, it's
because I was
horrible.
wiping my ass and the toilet paper broke. So that's my little loophole to be able to finger my butthole and not be gay.
Nice.
I just buy the eighth ply toilet paper and I go whoops.
You get that really thin toilet paper. You pour yourself a nice heaping glass of your favorite wine, and you go to town.
This heterosexual man just made a mistake.
Yeah, no, this was not gay.
Not legally, not in the eyes of the law, no court in the land.
Absolutely. I mean,
in fact, I should be able to sue the manufacturer for making me gay.
yeah, I mean, like, I think it's perfectly. I think it's perfectly normal to use a dildo to assist in wiping. So, like, I stick the toilet paper on the end of the dildo, and then I use that to like reach. You know, I want to just like ease of use.
That's like Fid's roll technique, like where he just strips the paper off. Like I feel like that's like sister technique.
Yeah, absolutely. And then if it slips, it slips.
Well, my plan is to start a business where I get people into the toilet paper roll butt wipe method, where they just strip all the toilet paper off. But then now they have a need, and this is what every good businessman does. They create a need and then they solve it. Okay. So I get them into using the roll to wipe their ass, and then they're like, well, what do I do with all this extra toilet paper? That's where I step in.
That's
right?
Genius. It's genius.
Yeah. So...
Yeah, anything to say about that, Ness?
Trademark.
Trademark. Yeah, don't steal this shit, listeners.
Literally.
This is good stuff.
I think Rubix Pube should actually cover a Nazi Calamari song. Do you think you guys could do that?
After like maybe like weeks of practice, maybe.
I mean,
I think I could.
They're a vibraphone quintet, so obviously you'd have to create your own, arrangement of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
Yeah. We'll make it our own.
I have this when we do shows. I have this. It was like my first toy. It's like a Sesame Street kids toy, and it's a piano, and it's got like presets, and it's like Ernie going rock the house, and then it's like doo-doo-doo, or whatever the fuck, and what used to be the volume on it now pitch shifts it and slows it down and speeds it up, so it's like super mega cursed. And I feel like I could use that to cover Nazi Calamari. I used it last night at the Sherman Theater, and that was the first time I ever heard a kid's toy through the pickups of a guitar in a fucking theater.
Yeah, you should have seen her. She looks at the sound guy. She's like, I have to sound check this child's piano real quick.
It was pretty great. I just had to flex that because
it was pretty glorious.
I think it's really versatile toy. I think I could cover the intense arrangements of Nazi Calamari on that as well.
I agree. I think we're gonna do that. Look out for that, guys. That's coming soon.
So what's this? What's all this nonsense about stupid bitch's wedding being dropped on Illuminated Paths?
Oh yeah.
Did you like that super smooth segue where I just literally read the show notes?
That's about what it's about. Yeah, Stupid Bitch's Wedding. If you go on the Illuminated Paths Bandcamp, it's a collaboration between us and Argus Fox, who does a show with Fid Chuli too, called Time for the Show. So check that out on Freethink Radio, and you guys have it on YouTube too, right?
Yeah, Hypercube Go on YouTube, I think.
Nice.
Whatever.
Yeah, no, we put a lot of effort into that. That was like 5, 6, 7 minutes of our life.
Yeah, it was a poem written by Reverend Pease.
Yeah, and then we just read it. We took turns reading lines, and then they turned that into a song.
So check that out, Illuminated Paths on Bandcamp.
They made us sound good.
Illuminated Paths, they've done stuff at X Days, the one that was in Florida.
Yeah.
Very cool projection show, visuals, very cool stuff, cool music.
Hodgepodge.
And he makes tapes.
Does he?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can get your shit on a on cassette tapes from him with like
Yeah.
all the packaging and the art and everything. It's he's really cool.
Yeah, that's badass. We did one run of cassettes, but I definitely want to talk to him about that. That would be good.
Yeah, we'll hit him up.
Well, you made Pease feel like a handsome boy because you made a song out of his poem, so now he thinks he's like a big time music producer. You know, because he's handsome.
Well, you know, he's old. Anything we can do to make him feel a little bit better because he's like getting close to the end of his run.
Well, actually, it turned out great. Hey, as a tribute to Pease, let's play his song that he wrote
All
for
right.
you.
That sounds
Sounds
great.
good.
All right, let's do that. Enjoy. We are sober for this one, so
Yeah, hungover as fuck
yeah, we partied it up after the Sherman show.
or something.
I had wine for breakfast, so
Nice.
Nice.
I had a mug of wine. I was like, if I put it in a coffee cup, I'm not an alcoholic, right?
It looks similar to coffee, so, you know, someone might think that's what it is without glasses or colorblind. Somebody's
Absolutely.
colorblind.
Yeah, no, that's completely reasonable. I think actually putting it in the coffee cup transforms it. Transforms. I couldn't even remember the fucking word. Transforms it into not alcohol.
Prove it.
I think
All
you're a transformophobe.
I might be.
What do you have against Transformers?
It's just not believable. It's not believable that a car can turn
really?
into a robot. I just
You're
don't think
that closed-minded that you can't even just accept that a robot could also identify as a fire truck.
No, they could. They can absolutely do that. What I'm saying is, functionally, I don't think that a car, like a robot could be a car. I mean, there's like exhaust and all kinds of things happening. I mean, what powers Transformers anyway? Are they gas powered? And then when they turn into a car, is it a gas powered car, or are they like is it like an E car? Like battery powered? Like what powers these fucking Transformers? And then when you turn it into a car, it never runs out of gas. It never runs out of power. It runs itself. So I'm saying logistically, it's not believable.
Oh, really? Well, you tell me where you got your engineering degree, and I'll tell you how much I believe you.
I went to the School of None of Your Fucking
Transology.
Business, man. University. They're accredited. They're pretty good.
Oh, that other song we played was Cats Doing Crack. That was the name of that one, and you can get that at the Rubix Pube Bandcamp, I'm assuming.
At the Gmail.
Yeah, you just send your money to Gmail, and we'll send you back the actual physical music.
That's right.
She-
Send your money to Gmail. Cash only, everybody.
Remember, we explained it. We instructed you on how to do this last episode.
We're
Yep.
tired of telling
Yay.
everybody it's cash only Patreon through Gmail.
Email us your money.
Yep, email us the money, burn the money, and then we'll send you the sheet music.
Yeah, exactly. If you could send us gold, that would work as well.
Well, for $100, Rob will queef on a piece of Rubik's Pube sheet music and send it to you.
Like our shit's on sheet music.
It is. Isn't it?
I mean, it
Don't
could be.
tell me it's not. Don't tell
Well,
me
that's
it's
what
not.
Rob puts ink in his vagina and then queefs onto the paper, and that is
the sheet music. Yeah,
That's
like
how you
ink.
guys write your songs.
it is. It's like ink
Yeah.
blotter. You know, we interpret
Nice.
Don't
My-
tell him.
my queefs.
Don't let him know.
I'm like,
Yeah, well, to be honest, like I always suspected that.
was obvious.
It always kind of sounded like that to me. So,
Yeah, we're full of hot air.
theory confirmed.
you're finding out all kinds of things about Rubik's Pube today. Our love of toilet paper, butthole fingering, queefing.
Yeah.
I mean, this is good stuff, right?
And the thing is, the members of Rubik's Pube are the members of Rubik's Pube, but they're also people. And they have, their own lives. Like, for example, Rob is a chef.
I am a chef.
Mhm.
Yep, absolutely. So, we're going to have another installment of Chef Chaffard's cooking with Chef Chaffard. And this week, I think I'm actually going to we're going to make some corned beef hash, and we're going to season that with the Rubik's Pube honey hot sauce, which we have available. If you want to burn your money, send it to Gmail. We'll send you out some hot sauce. And then on the side, we're going to have the most amazing Lego omelet.
Yeah, omelet with Legos.
Yeah, no, you've never tasted anything like this. It's a recipe I used to make when I was 5.
Yep. So stick around. That'll be on the YouTube. That'll be on the Rubik's Pube tube.
Yeah.
So check that out. Last time we did Chef Chaffard's mac and cheese with Narragansett beer in substitute of water. Those times are tough.
Yeah, they are. And at this point, we're in Pennsylvania. We're about an hour and a half north of Philadelphia, and they've got some water crisis going on from a chemical spill. So honestly, it's safer to drink the beer. All right, so we've got this audio from Tor. Do we want to play some of that? Do we want to hit him with some of that on the road Rubik's Pube banter after we're just driving for basically it was 12 hours straight.
No, it took 14 initially to get from
That's
our
true.
first destination, and then every day we drove like about 3, and then I think like when we were in Tennessee it was like 8 hours back. But the initial drive definitely drained the hell out of us. We started the tour on basically sudden death, but we got some decent media. We tried to capture a couple moments, so you'll hear some car talk, and then our buddy Brad Ward in Tennessee. At the end, we talked to him after the show.
Yeah, we got some
Sidewalk.
great devolving stuff there.
Yeah, so spin dat, yo.
Yeah.
Yeah, rattle off where you all went on the tour.
Rattle it off.
Yeah, we did. The first night we were at Tualingua in North Charleston, South Carolina. And we've been there before. Great people, great spot. Very cool. We played with our buddy Earwig Deluxe, who we did the cassettes with. Actually, it was a split. And that's on Hoof Eater Tapes on Bandcamp. You could check that out. The next night we were in Greer, South Carolina at the Melon Barn. And that was actually a fucking rager. I think that might have been the best show we played. It was rowdy and wild, and we made good money.
Yeah, it was insane.
Yeah, they grabbed the big Dobbs head we have and started throwing it at people. It was fucking slicing them in the neck, decapitating people, making explosions. Fucking Rob's amp blew up, and then we kicked it off a cliff.
Yeah. So that is all. There's video from that available on the PubeTube.
Yeah, there is.
So if you want to check that out,
Yeah. And then,
you can see the insanity for yourself.
Yeah, and then after that, we played in Johnson City, Tennessee, with J.D. Pincus, the bass player of the Butthole Surfers, and that was a treat. It was really, really fun to meet,
Yeah, he was
someone
super
you look
cool.
up to, and they're not an asshole.
Yeah, no, he was
Pretty
super
nice.
cool. We chilled, we talked
Yeah,
old war stories. It was fantastic.
yep. Waffle House, Vietnam, usual.
Yeah,
And that's where you'll hear the footage with Brad.
yeah, that was outside of the Hideaway in Johnson City, Tennessee, after copious amounts of alcohol.
All right, and we got the intimate recordings that you did with, I guess, your phones or whatever. Yeah.
It was actually 2 soup cans and a string. I have this elaborate recording, I have an old reel-to-reel, and it was just a bunch of wires. It was hard to fit in the car. Unfortunately, Dan had to sit on top of the vehicle the entire ride so that we could get this rig in there. But I think it's worth it because the sound quality is amazing for 2 tin cans and a reel-to-reel.
And he's got beautiful hair after sitting on top of the car. So
He did. I mean, it was just wind-blown perfect.
I could hear on the audio how beautiful his hair was. That's how beautiful.
That's how beautiful. Yeah. No.
All right. Well, let's check it out. We're going to go deep inside the butthole of Rubik's Pube with some super secret behind the scenes recorded audio on the tour that was just enumerated so gracefully by Reverend Ness. And we'll be back on the other side of that. Slack Radio.
Is it going?
It is.
Cool cats and kittens. This is the Camp on Fire show on wheels. We are currently on tour. Where are we, Maryland? Or something?
I think we're still in Maryland, yeah.
Yep. Right now we're in Maryland, heading to show 1 in South Carolina at Tualingua.
We're very excited about our trip across the east coast of this great United States.
Pubes are going down south where we belong.
Yeah, because it's going down on some pubes. Yeah. I get what you did there.
Southern hair.
That was clever.
Yeah. It's 1:47 a.m. Oh, no, it's 12:47 a.m.
I was going to say, we're not quite there yet.
Our ETA is 9:16 a.m.
Keep right after 4 miles and continue.
We'll watch the sun come up as we breach the borders of South Carolina.
Beautiful.
Beautiful
It
stuff.
really is.
Yeah.
I like driving at night better than the daytime.
Me too. I mean, nobody will see if I'm masturbating in my car.
UFOs might.
That's true. True. They have a better angle.
I always hope to see some UFOs or some secret government travels happening in the night.
So a UFO on the back, on a flatbed.
Yeah, like Kecksburg. That's what they did. When they found the Kecksburg UFO, they just put it on a semi and huge tarp and just a bunch of cops, and they drove away with it.
Pretty inconspicuous.
Yeah, well, you don't know what's under a tarp. It could be a boat.
It could be. I don't think a bunch of cops would be protecting a boat.
It could be a carnival ride.
Could be.
A tank.
A tank,
on
I
a
could see.
semi.
I could see a bunch of cars following a tank around. Yeah, that's plausible.
That's the thing, though. It's like Schrodinger's. You don't know what's under the tarp, so
It's true.
even if you thought it was a UFO, you can't prove it. So
You'll never know. I mean, it is both a UFO and also a pile of dung at the same time.
That's what the Kecksburg UFO does look like, a pile of dung, honestly. It's like an acorn shape, but kind of just looks like the poop emoji.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I'm going to have to look this up because I have no idea about this.
It is Pennsylvania's Roswell.
Oh.
Kecksburg UFO crash of 65, I think. December of 65.
Okay. Clearly, I'm not up on my Pennsylvania UFO history.
I'm on MUFON more than Pornhub. Nowadays.
Yeah, I bet. What time is it?
It's 2:49 a.m.
Where are we?
On the road. Where are we? Virginia. The regular one.
The regular Virginia. We are in regular Virginia. And reporting from the road. Rubik's
Still
Pube
on
tour.
our way to Tualingua.
In North Charleston. That's our final destination. Plan on stopping at the mecca of convenience stores, Buc-ee's, on the way.
Yeah, baby.
We'll tell you all about it, I'm sure. So right now we're going to have a segment where we talk about our worst Rubik's Pube show moments. So Dan has one. How you doing back there, Dan?
I'm doing fan-fucking-tastic, buddy. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. So what was your worst moment at a Rubik's Pube show?
Worst moment at a Rubik's Pube show? It's
Yeah.
probably the time I had mono and I felt like dying for a while.
Yeah, how long was the show we played? That was
It was like a 3-hour fucking show.
That's true, man. Did you have like a bucket next to you just in
I
case you
had
had
a
to hurl?
bucket next to me.
Was
I
that
never
the
threw up
memorial
behind the
show?
kid, but I felt like dying.
Was that the memorial show in Wilkes-Barre?
I don't
that
think
was
so.
At Funhouse.
Yeah, that was Funhouse.
It was Funhouse.
Yeah.
I was gonna say
I was in a lot of pain.
there was that memorial show where we were all sick.
That's true. We were all near death. I think I actually died for a couple of moments there.
Definitely did on the way up there.
Yeah, that was rough. That was a decent show, though. It's just,
Yeah, we pulled it off.
we did. We survived Wilkes-Barre. Scranton.
How'd you get through the mono, Daniel?
A lot of drugs.
Lots of drugs. Hear that, kids?
Prescribed drugs.
Oh, yeah. Prescribed drugs. Those are good ones, too.
Those are the best ones.
I mean, that's up for argument. We'll see. As far as I'm concerned, for me, worst moment of the show, I can't really pinpoint. They are all terrible, honestly. I'm not really sure why I'm in this band. It's either this or prostitution for me. And
Probably make more money being a prostitute.
that's possible, yeah.
You're a big guy. You can pull it off.
Yeah, no, I've got big feet, you know. People into big feet. I'm sure they are. Got to get a pedicure first, but you know, after that, I'll make a bank. How about you, Ness? What's your worst show moment or series of moments?
I had one and then I forgot what we. Oh, I remember. Well, the wedding show, me and Todd's wedding show, the recent one.
Yeah.
That was a beautiful show and that was a lovely ceremony, but I think that was the first time I ever had to run off stage to yak.
True.
And I felt it. You know, we played Gas Chip and I was like, oh man, I don't feel right. And then you went right into Bob Ran and I just spat it out as fast as I could and then just ran off the stage. I was pounding on the door. Luckily, Todd was in the bathroom and I was like, let me in, I'm gonna throw up. And then I was just fucking letting that toilet have it. And I was listening, Homeboy got up on the stage and you guys were doing the chant and the big jam. And like, I heard everybody and they're like, Rubix Pube. They're chanting Rubix Pube and I'm in the bathroom throwing up blood. And I was like, this ain't right. That was a pretty humbling moment. Also getting waterboarded with a Heineken, also at the Funhouse.
These are this for the memoir. You know, this is the good stuff. You know, New York Times bestseller.
Yeah.
Here we are, 14 hours later, 20 minutes from our chosen destination.
20 minutes out. 20 minutes out.
20 minutes out.
20 minutes out.
It has been a hell of a journey.
It's 11:10 a.m.
Yeah, we've been going 14 hours.
We're finally in South Carolina with a bunch of silly gooses. We're silly gooses.
And we're ready to...
Just drove forever, and now we're almost done for today.
And we're ready to rock all the faces off of these unknowing souls.
Oh my God, they don't know.
They don't know anything. They're going to lose their faces.
They don't know.
They don't know.
To tell them, no.
We're going to tell them. We'll let them know at the beginning of the show as a courtesy that their face will be gone by the end of it, but they can go purchase a new face at our merch stand. So we've got faces in our merch stand.
Faces
here. $35.
Face. Get
Faces.
Robin's face. Switch faces with your twin. Nothing happened.
Here we are in Bowman, South Carolina at the UFO Welcome Center.
It literally has a location on Snapchat.
It does, yeah. We found it on the internet. That's how we got here.
It was on the roadside.
Yeah, it's on Roadside America. Wonderful website if you want to try to find some weird shit on the way to your destination. So what do you think about this Welcome Center, Ness? You want to give a...
I'd live here.
Yeah?
It's pretty dilapidated. It's like a UFO sandwich. There's like two of them.
It is.
Like a double-decker bus UFO.
It's like it looks like somebody at some point you could go in there.
I'm going in.
We're going in.
Space people only.
That's us.
Enter, own risk, Danga.
Danga, Will Robinson. Danga. Fucking wild.
What if there's a hobo in here with like an alien mask on? That's crazy.
There's a TV in there. Is there something on the television?
Probably.
I hear something in there. There is. Yo. There's a TV on in here.
It's on?
Yeah. MacGyver is on at the UFO Welcome Center in Bowman, South Carolina. This is premium content.
This is so cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna shut off this interview so I can enjoy this. You're on air.
On air, Camp on Fire. We're just gonna recap a little bit. It's 1:02 p.m. on Sunday, and we played the Melon Barn last night in Greer, South Carolina. And
Holy shit!
yep, we've acquired a new favorite show.
That was an amazing show.
Goddamn.
The amount of bodies that hit the stage all accidentally, face first. I stepped on somebody's hand. It was insanity. It was amazing.
Non-stop moshing, bunch of crazy kids. Definitely ate the pubes up.
I blew my amp at the end of the set. Could not play an encore.
Yep, we just left Guitar City and got Rob a new amp and left his garbage amp in the lake.
Yeah, I just dumped it in the lake. It adds to the local ecosystem. Just in case some fish, if they can fix it, then they can rock out hard. You get a bass.
I know, I was trying to workshop a bass joke so bad.
Yo, I'm gonna play a bass solo tonight, bro. In their honor.
I was like frantically trying to workshop something. 291 North, right? Okay.
Yeah. So we're headed to Tennessee, Johnson City, Tennessee. Play at the Hideaway with the Emotron and JD Pincus, bass player from the Butthole Surfers. So we're super excited about that weird fucking shenanigery that is about to occur up in Johnson City.
Turn left after 1 mile.
Cute little weirdo haven on the on eastern Tennessee. But yeah, we haven't updated because we've been in the thick of it. We're in the thick of it.
Yep, we're winding down now. It's the final stretch, but it's been a good one.
It has been.
Holy cow, man.
Yeah, what's Dan
a
gonna say?
great fucking time last night. I just can't get over it. Words cannot explain how much fun it was. How nice and welcoming the people are. They're super cool, super nice. Very friendly, very sharing. Cool, good times.
Yeah.
You heard it here first. You heard it here first, guys. Cool, good times.
At the Melon Barn in Greer, South Carolina.
Greer, South Carolina. All right, signing off.
Bye.
We are here at the Hideaway in Johnson City, Tennessee. We have just completed a show with Emotron, JD Pincus.
Hello.
Us. What was the name of your outfit tonight?
Something about hair.
Something about hair.
Dripped and splattered.
Dripped and
Splattered. It was a tremendous performance. We have here with us our friend, Brad.
Hello, Verse.
Hi.
What's going down with it, man?
I don't know.
You had a lot of fun today.
No, we had a great time.
I know last night that was much more energetic,
Yeah.
and everything.
Was it? Oh, at the show we were at.
Well,
this was different.
I'm just
This is different.
unless it's like falsified, videos.
No, it is,
You guys
honestly.
are that good,
It's like the angles, really.
Yeah.
It's all about the lighting and the angles to make it look like there was a lot of people there. There was like 6 people.
That's amazing.
They were all just right in front of the camera.
The Bob Dawes is doing like that Superman thing.
It was actually
and Zod,
I know. It was actually a very small. It was actually a very small Bob. Made to look like the bigger Bob.
Well, it felt.
It was all camera trickery.
Yeah, well, it presented well because it was absorbed by the viewer. I feel
Thank you.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, you can do amazing things with CGI these days.
you can put a lot of money in it.
You can put tons of money
Like you could not stop putting money into it.
into CGI
Yeah,
and just make it better and better and better and better and better
I
and better
think-
and better and better.
yeah. I think that you could make like a modern country music video look cool if you put enough money into the CGI.
Yeah, I mean, it's a hard sell though. Modern
People
country
expect
music.
a lot.
Yeah, that's
Debauchery and
that could be the money pit of all special effects CGI projects that
if
never
only people would degrade themselves for $1, it would be
blow money
a lot easier.
into this fucking thing. So we had a good time, right?
Yeah. I didn't
You had a good time?
Had a good time over here.
I didn't hear any of these like following quotes. I never heard I don't ever want to talk to you again, or look out, he's got a gun, or it's on fire, everybody run, white snake all over, it's on fire. I didn't hear any of these 3 things, so I think it turned out pretty well.
That was Great White.
Great white snake.
No snake, just Great White.
Great white snake Pliskin.
Yeah, it's the Great White Snake Pliskin.
Yeah. Alexander the Great White Snake Pliskin.
All right, Alexander the Great White Snake Pliskin. Okay.
New band.
I'll stop so you can fit it on a sticker.
Just be a very long sticker. Wraps around.
You could like drop
This wraps
here.
around your entire car. It's like
We're just going like one line.
all the way around.
Like those people like back when like MySpace was a thing. You could be a dickhead and just do that and not hit return and like just like go and then like it'd be it'd be a 30-second scroll just because you hit a period.
You have to put a period at the end of your band name,
you gotta
so
have
people
2 periods. You have to
know
do
that.
You had to do all the spacing, but yeah.
I don't.
So what have you, can I ask you guys a couple questions? Is this a trade-off or is it,
sure.
are y'all just gonna leave me with my pants around my ankle in the alley? All right, so we get some turn back. What do you think about like the people's receptions, like at gas stations and stuff like that? Like not cool attractions or venues that you're headed to, but like just general, and not Buc-ee's because everybody stops at Buc-ee's. That's widespread. But like you're back weird when like fuck, we're gonna have to go here and drive an extra 2 miles to get to Gary's fucking. I'll lube his whole thing $80. That kind of thing.
There's a lot of gas stations now. It's
I guess
in the
so.
middle of nowhere, but it's not more than like 10.
Yeah, you just got to be
miles.
sensible. I guess if your vehicle isn't like using extra
we got
gas.
all kinds of places, and we just like completely out of place.
I got stuck in the middle of backwoods Georgia once in a Tesla because it had driven us there and said this is going to be where you get onto your Elon Musk cock vacuum, and the gas station was leveled. 4 miles off of the interstate. It was just gone, no Tesla charger. And so we had like 8 miles left on the charge, which started going, actually you got 6. Like when we started driving, it was like, wow. And found one that was like one that took 2 hours to charge. So I'm going to take this opportunity to say fuck EV vehicles for right now, but it's cool and it'll happen.
I'd see my back.
I'm taking a break from doing top packing because my hands are frozen. So give me all the chunk stuff.
Still recording. 9 minutes in. We are in Johnson City, Tennessee. This has been
Packing.
I'm ready.
Alrighty.
Okay. And there you have it, everybody. The Rubik's Pube intimate, deep fisting audio from their tour. Rob, please give a detailed analysis on
Okay.
on everything that you said.
Well, I was saying things that at the time were very important to me. I thought they had to be said. I'm going to stand by everything I said. The first thing I said was pretty good, and then like the 17th thing I said was all right, and then that whole bit at the end was fucking amazing. That's just my opinion. What do you think, Ness?
Yeah, I think the 17th thing does need some work.
Yeah, I'm gonna work on that.
Go revisit that. Take some notes.
I'm gonna workshop that one.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought it was good. It's hard, you're doing the thing, you're in the moment, you try to look out for future you and get audio for your silly little podcast later, and sometimes all you can get is Dan to crawl from the top of the car to the inside of the car to record a bit.
Yeah, sometimes he was awake.
Yeah, which is why you should donate to our GoFundMe to get a new vehicle for tour, so Dan does not have to sit on the top of the car.
What's this? Tell me more.
Oh my gosh, if you're friends with me on Facebook or anything Rubik's Pube related, you will see there's a GoFundMe for a tour vehicle. We need it. Anything. A limousine, a plane, a helicopter, a bus. I don't know, a short bus, probably.
Hot air balloon.
But yeah, give us money or share it. We need to be more comfortable when we're on the road. We love traveling. We love going new places.
We were packed in there like sardines.
Yeah, it was stinky. So
it was, and it smelled like the inside of a sardine can.
So, yeah.
Sorry, guys.
And you guys do a lot of touring. It's like you really do have a need for it. And that's what I kind of liked about listening to that audio that you guys recorded in the tour, because it made it more real. It's one thing when you hear a band, we're going here, we're going there, we're going there. But to hear like the behind the scenes, like really made it 3-dimensional, and it shows you guys are busting your ass. You tour a lot.
We try, even if they're little ones, little weekenders, get out of state, go and bring our inspirational brand of music to the masses.
Yep, it was really cool. I mean, we were in Greer, and before we played, there were a bunch of people that were like, oh my god, I'm so excited to see you guys. I've been listening to you, blah, blah, blah. I was sitting by a campfire, and all these people, like I was undercover, they didn't know I was me, and they were listening to Rubik's Pube, and I was like, oh, that song fucking sucks. And I was getting them to hate me because I was hating on Rubik's Pube. And they just, hated me until we played.
They threw her in the fire. But we did, we managed to get her out.
And underwater
before she burned her fingers, which was, important because we need to play the set.
That was all fingers. Just mark off a spot.
All fingers.
Yeah, so find that GoFundMe to get Rubik's Pube a tour vehicle, because guess what? We will not stop doing this podcast until you get them that tour vehicle.
Okay, we're canceled next week. Somebody just donates.
It's just going to be this show again in 2 weeks.
We don't care how long it takes. We will keep doing this podcast until you relent and finally send in some money to get this vehicle.
I think that's a pretty good deal. I think that's a pretty good deal.
Camp on Fire Show-a-thon.
Yeah, we're just going to keep going. This is going to be the longest podcast episode ever. Yeah, we got a little ticker over here. As you can see, right now we're at $3. So we need to get to 6,000. So I feel like any day now, maybe sometime next week we could stop doing this podcast. So how does this work? Is it like if we were in like Vietnam and like it's the middle of the night and one guy's keeping watch and everybody else is sleeping? Is that how this is going to work for the podcast, so we can catch some Z's?
Well, if you donate more than $10, Fortunate Son plays.
Every time.
Wait a second. We're not in Vietnam?
No, not at the moment. But if you get us a tour vehicle, we will be in Vietnam playing at your house.
That's right. Donate generously, because they're going to need a bus that can also submersively cover the Pacific Ocean and get to Vietnam.
I was thinking like a helicopter bus, but...
The idea.
You want a
We
plane?
want to drive down the road, and everyone goes, oh, there they are, and we're just wiping the houses out on the whole street.
Taking them out, bro.
That just, like, lives in my head.
Like, where's loaded? And like, what kind of plane are we talking here? Like, we're talking like a really ridiculous, like a big plane.
It's like Continental. It's got the logo, but we stuck our sticker over it. That's it. And it's got the flame decals.
It's like a huge passenger plane, like 100 passengers.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So we'll get to the venue. We've wiped out the entire neighborhood, and then we're just gonna jump out of the plane and yell at the people at the venue, like, "Hey, where the fuck do I load in?"
If we get a commercial plane, all of the donators that donate to us can ride that plane too.
Absolutely.
So
We'll take you on
over
board.
time, when this like show-a-thon ends, we could finally get everyone on the plane and crash it immediately.
I know somebody who knows how to fly.
What about the backlash? Who's in charge of your damage control? Because I can tell you right now, only because it's happened to me before, you put that giant sticker over the Continental Airlines insignia on the tail of the plane.
Who said
and it looks
anything about
really
giant?
cool. But
No,
then,
it's gonna be like one of our regular stickers. It's like they're 3 inches by 3 inches. We're just gonna stick that on the fucking side of the plane. It's gotta be really close to see it's us. And
yeah, I
plane
did that
decals.
before. Guess what? It didn't end up well because while we were at cruising altitude, the sticker came off and it landed on Shamu's blowhole and suffocated him to death.
Oh my god.
That's right. The current Shamu is not the real Shamu. I killed the original Shamu with that sticker. I mean, accidentally. I didn't mean to. I didn't like push a button to like deploy it when I was directly over top of Shamu's blowhole. It just happened, okay? It was an accident. But
Sure it was.
he
You
just
tell
happened
yourself.
to pop out of the water at just the exact moment, and my band sticker just happened to be at the correct angle to completely cover his blowhole. He inhaled it and unfortunately could not expel it.
Well, thankfully, you're in a band with Bruce Willis, so he probably took care of legal fees, right?
Oh yeah, he's retarded now, so it's really easy to get money out of him. Yeah,
Yeah.
what a friend.
Yeah, no, he's a good guy.
It's good to have
Good.
friends like that.
Yeah.
Good guy. Good guy.
Yeah, tremendous vibraphone player.
So just draw your insignia over the tailpipe. This is a PSA. Hey everybody, I'm Fid Chuli of the Camp on Fire podcast. You may know me for my humor, but one thing that isn't funny is orca whales getting killed by discarded band stickers. That's right. Every year, one orca whale, and this is only based on last year, gets killed by an errant band sticker that falls off the tail of an airplane. Do you realize the SeaWorld had to give everybody their money back that day? Do you realize how thin the profit margins of an operation like SeaWorld are already?
So,
Sea whale.
Sea whaled.
Did I say SeaWorld?
Kind of.
All right. Well,
It worked though.
We're trying to hold it together over here, and not laugh over this fucking PSA. That was premium content. Thank you.
oh, you think it's funny? You think
I do.
orca whales dying is funny from suffocating
I
on
do.
my band sticker?
I do. I think that shit's hilarious.
Wow.
You know what? And I think we probably did them a favor. Do you think they want to be in captivity? They're like, thank God this sticker fell on my fucking blowhole.
Maybe they saw
God.
it coming and they lined it up to like choke
Probably
themselves to
did.
death on it.
Probably did. They're like, oh, there it is. Salvation. Finally. I could fucking die.
I think they were just excited. Like, is that Nazi calamari in a Rubik's Pube plane?
That's something you only see once in a lifetime, you know? But yeah, no, that's not funny. I shouldn't make light of these things. These are
Do you
serious
think the
things we're
fact
talking
that I can't sleep at night is funny?
I mean, a little bit. It's a little funny. What do you do? What do you think about? Do you just think about that the whole time when you can't sleep at night, or do you think about other things? Like you're like deep in like depression, you're like crying yourself to fucking Shamu,
To not sleep.
fucking Shamu, and then you just have like this evasive thought about like, if I put peanut butter on my dick, and jelly in my mouth and then suck my own dick. Is that a peanut butter and jelly sandwich?
No, I'll tell you what I do. I don't put peanut butter on my dick and jelly in my mouth and blow myself. Although I will tell you this. The only recurring dream that I have is where I'm at a party with a bunch of people and I inform one of the people there, I can suck my own dick. And they go, no, you can't. And I'm like, dude, I'm telling you, I can suck my own dick. And they go, no, you can't, dude. I bet you $50 you can't suck your own dick. And I'll go, I'll do it right here in front of everybody. And then he goes like, whoa, everybody. This guy just bet me $50 he can suck his own dick. And everybody goes, what? And then I blow myself. I successfully actually do it. And then I always wake up in the middle of the blowjob. I never blow myself to completion, which I'm not sure is a good thing or a bad thing. Cause do I really want to come in my own mouth? But then I'm kind of unsatisfied. But the problem is I wake up after this dream and I kind of feel like I just sucked a dick. In the first 5 minutes after waking up from a dream, you're still kind of in it a little bit. I can still feel the head of my own dick on the roof of my mouth when I wake up. It's the only recurring dream I have. I only get it
feel spongy? Is it spongy? Like a weird spongy? I don't know what sucking a dick feels like.
Well, apparently, the imagination is a very powerful thing because I've never sucked a dick, but I think I know what it feels like.
All right.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like there could be a sleep study we could do.
Wait, am I legally gay now? Do I have to get my driver's license changed?
No, it's like wiping your butthole. It's
yeah,
fine.
no, it's fine.
I think that applies there.
Because it was a dream. There was no intent. The only way you can be gay is if there's intent.
I should really write a coffee table book about all of my gay loopholes.
You probably should. You could probably help out a lot of people. A lot of these homophobic people out there trying to create laws to oppress people. If you just gave them all the loophole book, then everybody'd be happy. They'd be like, oh, I can do all of these things and not be gay.
Fid Chuli's Gay Hacks.
Gay Hacks.
Available now from Simon & Schuster.
Yeah, get that at Bandcamp.
The foreword was written by Bruce Willis.
We had to keep reminding him what he was doing.
Hey, come on.
What?
We're talking about Bruce here.
I know. That's right.
He's an angel.
He is, absolutely. He's a sweet, sweet boy. And we love him.
You think he's going to get Yippee-Ki-Yay motherfucker on his tombstone?
If he doesn't, I'm going to be very disappointed.
Right?
He'll know once he listens to this show. He should.
He will. He's gonna be listening to this, and his family's gonna be like, "There's a new podcast from Rubix Pube and Fid Julie, and they talk about you again," which is gonna be a thing. Apparently, we do every episode, and he's just gonna be really excited, and he's gonna put down his blocks, and he's gonna come over and listen.
Yeah, I have an extra $50. I think I'm going to buy a Church of the Subgenius ordainment for Bruce Willis. Just make it official.
Nice. I think that would be really sweet of you. Did you get that $50 from sucking your own dick at a party?
That's the problem with the dream. It always ends in the middle. I get my dick in my mouth and everybody's going, suck, 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 suck. And I'm blowing myself and then going to town. And then I wake up.
So that's the bet. The guy is you have to suck your dick till you come.
Yeah, I was gonna say
it's not enough to just suck your own dick.
I don't remember that being in the setup for this. I feel like you made your $50 already. So I thought that maybe you were gonna say I wake up after sucking my dick in my dream and. I'm like, oh my God, thank God that wasn't real. But then you have a $50 bill in your hand.
And then
it's under my pillow.
It's under your pillow.
Yeah, every time I have that dream, I wake up and there's $50 under my pillow. It's really weird.
Aw, it's the Bruce Fairy.
I'm telling you, you could make money off of this.
And you want to know a weird coincidence? I always test positive for GHB after I have one of those dreams too.
You know what? I've heard of that, but what the hell is that?
What is GHB?
What is GHB?
Oh, it's like roofie. It's like date rape.
Oh, okay.
Thanks for making me explain the joke.
Just cut that part out, and we'll just go we'll cut to this. That's really funny.
Yeah, just laugh your ass off.
So good.
There we go.
Damn,
So
man,
good.
where do you come up with this shit? Gold.
I really want to do a roofie off, like with a friend, where we both roofie each other and just like can see who can hang longer.
Ooh, reality
Right?
show, roofie off. Yeah,
We could get
Right?
Actually-
roofie off with the stars.
I've been
Get, like,
roofied.
Gwyneth Paltrow or something on there, and
Yeah,
Samuel
you've
Jackson.
been roofied.
Have you?
I've been roofied. I went to a Renaissance festival, and we determined that I must have picked up somebody else's beer
Okay.
because I was there with like 6 other people. I was dressed up as Big Bird because I like fucking with the nerds and like breaking the continuity of the Ren. Big Bird didn't exist in the 1500s. Oh, he didn't? Oh, my bad.
How do you know?
I did not know that.
Yeah, prove it. How do they know?
Prove it. Big Bird's been around forever.
Yeah. So there I am at the Ren Fest dressed up as Big Bird. Now, it might have been like a malevolent nerd, like roofied my drink because I was dressed up as Big Bird and like breaking the, breaking the scene or whatever. And,
Yeah.
Or I might have just picked up somebody else's drink, but I was on pace with all of the other people I was there as far as drinking. And by the time we were headed back, my legs were wobbly as we were walking back to the car. We got back to a sedan. I'm sitting in the middle of the back seat, immediately just start spewing across to the dashboard in the front of the car. Pass out. My friend smacks me in the face super hard. I don't react. He takes his cigarette, lights it, and puts it out on my arm, and I don't react. And the person who's driving was like somebody's mom, and they were a nurse. And so she's like, "We're taking him back to my house." So they put me down on the garage. Dude, and I don't remember any of that, but I remember getting back home. I'm laying on the couch. Dude takes out another cigarette and lights it up and puts it out on my arm again. I still have the scar. And
So specific.
yeah, it's like that's his method. He's testing how responsive I am. But here's the crazy thing about it that like makes me definitely agree with the roofie theory. The whole time they carried me in, put me on the couch, him putting the cigarette out of my arm, I remember all that. Like my eyes were open. I just couldn't fucking move. I could feel it. Well, I could see him lighting the cigarette, and I even had the thought in my head, oh shit, he's gonna put that out on my arm to see if I'm awake, and I'm not gonna be able to move. This is fucked. And then he put it out on my arm, and I could feel it. I was like, yep, my arm is burning right now. But I couldn't do anything about it.
That's kind of fucking frightening.
I kind of think it was the nurse mom, like not to stir the pot, but like she's like, oh, I'm gonna roofie one of the kids and I gotta take him back to my house because I'm a nurse. Maybe I'm just fucked up, but
Maybe.
Well, that was my fantasy,
yeah.
to get roofied by a 54-year-old nurse.
Yeah. I feel like also if you picked up someone's beer, like were they gonna roofie themselves? Like was that their,
I mean,
Is
well,
that
I
their
guess
plan?
or
or someone else that got roofied, I guess.
Yeah, somebody
Someone
else was
else's beer
about
that
to
got
get roofied, and then he got roofied.
Yeah.
Yeah, so guess what? I saved a girl from getting raped. Okay?
Nice.
And you know what? Once they couldn't wake me up in the garage, they called the ambulance, and I'm still wearing the Big Bird suit. So the paramedics showed up, and they had to cut the Big Bird suit off of me to get me in the ambulance and take me to the hospital.
Was it a rental?
The ambulance?
No, it's a Big Bird suit, but yeah, that too.
No, I owned the Big Bird suit, and it was a cherished possession. And you know what? I sacrificed that to prevent a girl from getting raped. Okay.
Well, you're a fucking angel.
Yeah, not all heroes wear capes, they wear Big Bird costumes.
And then when I woke up in the hospital,
Never
one of my
forget.
buddies from the Renfest was there. They had a
Never
cop
remembered.
stationed outside the door. And I didn't know that yet. I started ripping the IVs out of my arm, and I was going to like try to make a daring escape from the hospital. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know how successful I was going to be in that, but there was a fucking cop right outside the door. I was like,
So you
what's
wouldn't have
going
made
on?
it far.
Yeah, they were like, look out, he's trouble. Just
Yeah, watch
keep
out
an
for
eye
this
on him.
guy.
They knew already.
Yeah, no, I pulled all my shit out and I got out the door, and the cop was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Like, he was waiting for me. Like, how'd they know I was going to do that?
I don't
And
know.
like,
I don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
Because it was the nurse mom, and she
It's
told
the
the
nurse
hospital
mom.
people. I swear, there's like a conspiracy going on here. I can feel it.
I think we're digging into this. We're gonna find out.
There is a conspiracy because I had never got a bill from that hospital stay. Nothing.
Weird.
Nobody ever called me, mailed me. Like, I just went to the hospital. There was a cop stationed there, and nothing.
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 So,
What
It
if
just
you had like a
happened.
roofie trip and you weren't really in the hospital either?
Well, then that's a shitty drug. It makes you hallucinate that you're in a hospital with a cop stationed outside your door.
Mhm.
yeah, good one, Ness.
No, I'm just hey. Never know.
Only premium content here on Camp on Fire.
There is super premium content. You get Rubix Pube's songs curated,
Songs? Do we have more songs?
selected especially for you and prepared the way you like it. Let's do one of them right now.
All right.
Rat.
We don't know which one it is yet, but you're about to hear it
It's Rat
right
and Red
here
Bull.
on Slug Radio!
Help me bored and stuck in a can, getting boned by the corporate and it's a million things I wanted to see, but they conjured me into a can of me. Rat in a Red Bull, I feel like a rat in a Red Bull. A rat in a Red Bull, I feel like a goddamn rat in a Red Bull. Help me bored and stuck in a can, getting boned by the corporate man. There's a million things I wanted to see, but they conjured me into a can of me. Rat in a Red Bull, I feel like a rat in a Red Bull. A rat in a Red Bull, I feel like a goddamn rat in a Red Bull. I feel like a goddamn rat in a Red Bull.
I had to get a beer again. I still didn't have to pee yet.
I know. I feel like I was expecting it last time. I get all excited. You're really fucking with my emotions.
Yeah, I'm crying inside.
Well, maybe I'm just pee teasing you.
Yeah, maybe drinking enough beer. What the fuck, dude?
Yeah.
I'm drinking
are you
beer,
lying
guys.
to
I'm
us?
trying.
Do you have a catheter in? You're just teasing us. You're just teasing us. All right? We know. We can see you.
I always have a catheter in, except for when I actually have to pee, and I take it out to pee, and I put it back in.
That makes sense, just in case.
I like it.
Feels good. It's like sounding, right?
It just reminds me that I have a penis, because it's really hard to forget that you have a penis when it's catheterized.
Yeah, I bet. It's
It's very, very hard, and it's like I need to, because I'm so insecure in my masculinity that I just put a catheter in so that the pain constantly reminds me that yes, I do in fact possess a dick.
You should use the catheter as like a beer funnel and just try to drink the beer through your dick.
I think that would work. That could work, right?
Stop it before you give me another recurring dream. Although it would be an extra $50 a week, so
Yeah.
I guess it'd be worth it. It's a much more painful dream, though. I like the one where I just blow myself. I don't want to.
Yeah, no. Yeah. And then you make
Recurringly.
money. So this one doesn't involve money, so I don't know if we should really include that one in your dream playlist.
Not yet. I'll let Bruce take that one.
Yeah. It's so nice of him to do that. Yeah, now we got a great fucking thumbnail. You know, just Fid's face on Big Bird.
True story.
Bruce Willis putting cigarettes out on your arm.
I forget which Die Hard that was, but where Bruce Willis was putting cigarettes out on Big Bird. I think it was 3.
That was 3. That was definitely
3.
3.
Yeah.
Yeah, the grittier one.
We have to start hashtagging every episode with Bruce Willis now.
Yeah, absolutely. Get that shit trending. Get that shit trending, bro.
Well, he is in the news.
He is. We got to piggyback on that.
Yeah.
Take advantage at all times.
People need to forget that he has dementia
Yeah.
and remember that he's on a terrible podcast every 2 weeks where he gets roasted and complimented and gets dragged on an emotional roller coaster of 3 idiots calling him retarded.
I hope he never hears this.
Well, if he does, he'll forget it 5 seconds later. So I guess we're okay.
That's true. We have some solace there.
You know, when life gives you a demented Bruce Willis, you got to make demented Bruce Willis lemonade. Okay? It's a celebration of the man. It's a tribute.
And this episode of Campfire is also sponsored by Bruce Willis Demented Lemonade.
Like twisted tea.
Yep. Just like it. You drink it, you can forget everything. You fucking secret ingredient, roofie.
That's right. And for all you pedophiles out there, remember, children love the sweet taste of Bruce Willis Demented Lemonade.
Oh my God. We're canceled. We've just been canceled. I just got the email from whoever's in charge of this, and he said, you're fucking canceled.
We just got the Gmail from the bank.
Yeah, they're like, this is done. You can't do this anymore.
I wasn't telling him to do it. I was saying if they did it, it would work flawlessly.
Fair. Well, then you're just
But
like
I
every
didn't
other
say do it.
That's like every other large media corporation then. We didn't actually tell you to do it. We just presented you with the instructions on how to do it. It's like during Prohibition. You know, they would sell like canned fruit or whatever, and they would tell people on the back, it would say, do not, put this in a jar and put it in your cabinet and let it sit for, 4 weeks and then drink it because you'll get drunk.
Yeah, I think the, you ever like rooted through, you go over to somebody's house and then naturally the first thing you do is go in their bathroom and say you have to take a shit and just like root through their medicine cabinet and find the drugs.
Mm-hmm.
When you're doing
every time I'm at my mom's house. Yeah.
I'm scared that people are expecting me to do that and they put a bunch of bouncy balls in like their sliding mirror above the sink. So then when I go to open it, all the bouncy balls fall out and I look like a fool. So that's what keeps me from doing that.
You just come out covered in bouncy balls. And you're like, what happened?
No, because that's like all the ruckus. They're like, oh, the fucker's looking in the sliding mirror.
I was thinking it's like at the bank when you rob the bank and they give you the stack of money with the exploding
They give
paint.
it to you.
They give it to you because you say, give me all your money, and they're like, here. And one of them has like exploding paint, and then you get it all over you. It's hard to get off. It's the same with bouncy balls. They just stick to you.
I think it's rude to not go through somebody's medicine cabinet when they've invited you over for dinner because, for several reasons. First of all, it establishes intimacy.
Oh yeah.
Like I can look at all your prescriptions and like learn a lot about you, learn about all the like fucked up shit you have.
That's like first date stuff.
Exactly. Yeah. It just speeds the process along a little bit. Like it's kind of understood that when I invite you over, you're going to look through my medicine cabinet. And that's my way of avoiding the awkwardness of telling you about all the STDs that I have.
That's great. I was thinking that now I have a new dating profile in intro. I'm just going to list all the medical maladies and drugs that I might or may or may not be on for various mental and physical problems, and just really reel them in. I feel like honesty is important, so that's going to be on my Tinder. I
like to avoid that conversation. I mean, what I do is I meet them online, and I invite them over. I say, hey, go to the bathroom as soon as they come in.
Yeah.
I say, hey, go to the bathroom. And I know, like, because I don't want to sit them down and then, go down the list of all the STDs that I have. That conversation's weird. I just say, as soon as they come, I say, hi, get in that bathroom right now. Get in there.
Yeah.
I lock the door behind them, and then they get in the bathroom, and then I just go and sit down on the couch in the living room, knowing that the first thing they're going to do is go through my medicine cabinet, because that's what polite people do. And I don't want to be with somebody that doesn't immediately go through my medicine cabinet when I invite them over.
I'm interested in why you have a lock on the outside of your bathroom.
Well, there's a button on the coffee table. So once I get him in the bathroom, I sprint into the living room and I push the button on the coffee table that locks him in the bathroom.
Okay.
And then I pull up the PA mic, which has like a voice changer on it. So I'm like, look into the medicine cabinet. Look in it. And I have a camera too, so I can tell if she's actually doing it or not.
Which is not creepy at all.
Look in it. Go through those bottles and look up all of those drug names on WebMD now.
And then you can also have you can have a computer in there with like Google up, and they could just like cross-reference, because it might not explain why you need Valtrex.
If you lift up the lid of the toilet tank, you will find that there is actually a laptop inside. Retrieve the laptop from the water and dry it off. Then open it up. It should preload the WebMD drug search page. Go through bottle by bottle and look up the prescription for each one of those bottles. Then write them down on a piece of paper and bring it to me.
And then you still have to have that conversation anyway.
They come out, they're like, we have a lot to talk about. You'll be hearing from my lawyers.
I'm going to unlock the door now. I hope we have an understanding that there won't be any funny business.
I bet you get lots of dates.
Be assured that the front and back doors are still securely locked.
Not threatening at all.
I have swallowed the remote control that is the only device that can open those locks. It's going to be a while until I defecate it out and am able to release you. We might as well make our time as productive as possible. What did you learn about me from the medicine cabinet?
That you play Pictionary.
Yeah, and we have a great time, and I give her a peck on the cheek, and after I shit out the remote control, I walk her to her car, and
You open the door for her?
I wish her a good, of course,
you're a gentleman.
and I wish her a good night, and I send her on her way,
You're like,
and then I
"Good day,
masturbate furiously.
So,
Such a gentleman.
when you're doing all of this, have you washed your hands after defecating the remote out?
No, I use that for lube.
That's kind of what I thought. That's a good idea. See?
Mm-hmm.
You're saving time and you're recycling.
And
Yeah,
you're not
well,
using toilet paper.
And you're not using toilet paper. You're saving the
global
earth.
warming is a serious problem. Okay? I'm just doing my part. We can only all do our own part. And I'm doing it. You know another way you can do it?
How? Tell me.
Well, the problem with global warming is that it's not happening fast enough.
I would
And
agree.
hydrocarbons, the burning of hydrocarbons is primarily responsible for anthropogenic global warming, and we need to get that process accelerated. The easiest way that you can do it is by extracting all of your cash from an ATM, putting it in a big pile in your garage, taking a picture of it, then setting it on fire and releasing those beautiful, beautiful CO2 fumes into our warming, starved environment that we have. The earth is cold, everybody, and it needs our help to warm it up.
It is. It needs a big warm blanket.
Yep.
Burn
Yeah,
all of your cash.
don't forget to send that picture to our Gmail, and before you do all that.
That's the part I left out. Yeah.
You left that out, yeah.
And then we could buy our hot air balloon and stop doing the show.
Yeah, then we can take a break from this forever.
They got
Yeah, but
2 episodes in, bought a jet, crashed it, and now Bruce Willis finally recognizes him.
We're gonna have like a biopic. It's gonna be like La Bamba, but with us. It's still gonna be called La Bamba. La Bamba 2.
La Baba.
Electric La Bamba Lou.
You can't say La Bamba in an airport.
No, you can't. No, you're gonna get fucking arrested. They strip search you. Stick a catheter.
Which is
in
why
your
I
dick.
always say La Bamba when I go to airports. I
I
just
just
stand
walk
there
in singing it. I just
once
walk
I
in
get to the
singing it.
front. Yeah.
I got a guitar and just like la 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 bamba. Oh, the fuck it goes. He says a bunch of words I don't understand.
I cross my legs as I'm standing there. We get to the front of the TSA line. I cross my legs and I cock my head to the side a little bit and I put my index finger, just the tip of it, in my mouth, and I go, La Bamba. Whoops. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
I guess I'm about to be racially profiled.
Yeah. They take you back and
Make you chug a beer through your dick catheter.
yeah.
My
and
kink
stick
is
you in a
getting
fucking
racially
Bird.
profiled.
Well, Big Bird gets oppressed a lot.
Well, he
We
he
need
drank a
equal
lot
rights
that
for
day.
Big Bird. He did.
He pissed himself too. He pissed his pants.
Jesus, fucking Big Bird.
I did.
Did it like come out of the costume or did it just sit in there? Like, what kind of costume is this?
Actually, it was like a vest with no arms, and it had a hood on it, and the hood was Big Bird's head. So it was
Okay.
just a
Yeah.
vest.
Okay.
I had my pants on. As soon as
So
we
you
got
just
there, there was
pissed
a
your
fountain.
pants traditionally.
Well, the thing about that was, as soon as we got there was a fountain at the entrance, and it was I scooped a bunch of water out of the fountain with my hand and put it on my crotch to make it look like I did pee myself as I was
Thinking ahead.
walking around.
That's smart.
Yeah. And then the thing is, at a certain point, I actually peed myself, but nobody knew because in front of everybody, I just saw the fountain and was just like, oh, dude, I'm going to splash some of that water on my crotch and walk around with piss pants all day. And everybody's going to be like, wow, look at Big Bird. He pissed his pants. And so,
Brilliant.
because they saw me do that ahead of time, then when I actually did piss my pants, nobody suspected a thing. It was the perfect crime.
Ingenious, Fid. I mean, where do you come up with this stuff? Genius. So I also would like to announce we have another GoFundMe. It's to raise money to get Big Bird into rehab. He's got a problem, and we're going to help fix it. So send your money for Big Bird.
He's a big bird with a big heart, but he's
Yeah,
also got a big
drinking
problem. Yeah.
So what do we got left on this show?
wait until Rubik's Pube gets a van first, and then donate to Big Bird.
So yeah, no, please. So then we can stop doing the show. 'Cause I think we're like 8-9 hours. We've been doing this episode, right?
Let's look at the clock, and we got 30 cents.
30 cents. We've now lost money. We had $3. Now we have 30 cents. Somehow we lost $2.70, but that's fine. That's fine. We'll just keep doing this. We'll probably edit it down a little bit, but we're on hour 9.
All right. So what's on the books for Rubik's Pube in the near future?
In the near future, let's take a look at the schedule. Drum roll, please. All right. So our next show is at the Funhouse in Bethlehem on April 14th. That's a Friday. And then we're doing like a whole weekend of shows. We're going to be at the Rat Club down in Point Pleasant, Pennsylvania on Saturday the 15th. And then we'll be at Friendship Mountain on the 16th, which is a Sunday. And that's a house show. If you're interested in going, it's going to be in New Jersey, Egg Harbor, New Jersey. And if you're interested in going, please feel free to DM us on our various social media platforms, and we'll give you the address.
Secret.
It's a secret. And then to end May, our last show is on April 23rd at Downriver Brewing in Stroudsburg. I think that's a Friday as well. look at my... Oh, it doesn't give it to me. I don't know. I gotta look at a calendar. I gotta pull out this old... That's a Saturday. No, it's a Sunday. Look, I can't read. So, yeah, Sunday the 23rd will be at Downriver Brewing with some other bands. And that's the month of April. That's our schedule.
They got axe throwing at that place,
They
right?
do have axe throwing, I think.
Oh.
Yeah, so, come down to Downriver Brewing on April 23rd. Come to any of the shows. The Funhouse shows, if you're anywhere near Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, the Funhouse is where we really just let loose with, 2 hours of ridiculous buffoonery that only Rubik's Pube can deliver. But if you come to any of the shows, and just specifically go to the Downriver Brewing show, watch our set, and then throw axes at us.
I came here to throw axe and kick ass.
And I'm all out of ass.
Yeah, I threw all my axes.
I'm all out of ass, so now I'm throwing axes.
Well, where can people go in general just to initiate themselves into the Rubik's Pube experience?
The Pube HQ in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. It's a
No, I mean
residence-
online.
It's a farmhouse. You walk into our front door, and if you get one of the goats in here with you, then we'll give you an extra little smooch.
Yeah, no, bring the goat in. He knows where we are. He's your guide.
If you see goats and cows and an Italian guy with no bladder and a bag tied to him, you're in the right place.
That's the place.
And us.
And us, of
But
course.
we'll be inside, so
Yeah,
you might
no.
not see that right
Yeah.
away.
Ask the goat. He'll show you where we are. He knows where we sleep.
The goat has the links to the Instagram, which is Rubik's Pube PA, and the Facebook, which is Rubik's Pube. Guess what? The YouTube, Rubik's Pube. Apple Music, Linktree, Rubik's Pube.
Spotify. We're on Twitter, Rubik's Pube PA.
You're on Twitter.
You're on Twitter.
You just represent me on twatting.
Yeah, no, I really don't tweet much. I don't know what we're doing on there.
And the Rubik's Pube PA Gmail, where you could send us the pictures of your burnt money.
Absolutely, you really want to send that. Yeah, I think that's all we got here.
Yeah, but I feel like we should go out on one more song.
Yeah, you think so? Any particular songs you'd like to send them out on, Ness?
I'll send you the Camp on Fire song, the OG Camp on Fire song,
Okay.
and we'll go out on that.
We'll do that. And you guys, please, listen to this episode again, because they're probably going to replay it right afterwards. And then you take notes, and you will be tested next episode.
Camp on
There you
Fire.
have it, everybody. Take us home, Ness.
Ooh, come on in my car, big boy. I'm a nurse. I gotta take you to your house or my house. I love Big Bird. So come with me. I'm gonna take you to my basement and make you listen to the Camp on Fire song.
Was this
Ooh.
fucking nurse actually John Wayne Gacy?
Wow. All right. Oh, hold on. I think we're going to have to take this off the air. It's Camp on Fire, slackradio.org.
Black
Right.
Radio.
Radio. Yeah.
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 That's what Bruce Willis would want.
What would Bruce Willis do?
What would Bruce Willis do?